Hey guys, it's Parsifal. I also go by Will. Excuse the cicadas screaming in the background. Unfortunately, I can't really do much about that, but I'm here for actually not another sketchbook tour, though that will be coming. But I recently made the mistake of going to Walgreens. I was going to get something and they didn't have it, but currently Walgreens is having their back to school sale, and I'm a sucker for office supplies, like any artist. So I figured I would share my haul with you guys. Some of the stuff it is actually like marker stuff, so I'm probably going to be swatching that, so I will have that in camera, but some of it is just basic stuff. So hopefully this can be a pretty quick video, and I can just show some stuff off to you guys that I got on sale at Walgreens because back to school. So I'm going to start with the basic stuff. I got about 3 cute pencil cases. So basically, I'm not going to keep all 3 of them. This one's actually going to be going to a friend, but they're really cute. They're called Express Your Case Zip-ins. And these 2 rather, so like this flamingo one has a zipper on the bottom, so there's a pocket there. It has a pocket here, and it has a pocket up here. So there's a total of 3 pockets, and there's a 3-hole punch so you can put in a binder or something. This is basically the same thing, just with a different pattern. And then this one is a hardcover case, and it's another really simple case. I just thought it was a really cool pattern, and I thought it'd be good just to travel with for like a hard case if I needed them, because sometimes you need a hard case as opposed to a soft case. And yeah, it's got a red inside, and yeah, it's pretty deep. Not the biggest pencil case I've ever had, but still nice. I got myself some post-it tabs just because I use them to mark my sketchbook stuff. Classic post-it pages because they were like 29 cents, and you can always use more post-its in your sketchbook. And then I got like some mini highlighters. I'll swatch these later. But what I really want to share was these. This is like from a set. This is the Me to We stuff, and I believe it's supposed to be for like, if you buy this, you help fund a children's education. I don't know how reliable those sorts of products are, but I thought the packaging of these were really cute, and the design. So this is a set of 10 colored markers, and this is a set of 5 highlighters, and they're like, they've got gold caps and stuff. And these are post-it notes that are gold on the side, and then each of them is a different color with a different, like, I don't know what to call them, like inspirational word or something on them. And I don't know, I think these are really, really cool. So I'm pretty excited about those. And yeah, I will open these up and show you guys what they look like. Alright, so I am back. I have unpackaged the 10 markers and the 5 highlighters here. And these are actually surprisingly light. They do feel a little bit cheap, but it's gonna be hard to tell, so I'm gonna be swatching them on camera. These highlighters have, I don't know how well that focuses. They have like a standard highlighter chisel tip, and all of these have gold caps. I don't really think it matters which cap goes on which marker, or which highlighter rather. But you have a pink, a yellow, a blue, an orange, and green, which is standard highlighter colors. The markers themselves are a little bit heavier than the highlighters, though they still feel rather plasticky and cheap. So again, really hard to tell the quality, but it's got like a gold cover like the highlighters, but it has the actual color of the marker on the top. And then it says Me to We on the barrel here. And then you can stick this on the back as usual, and these have like a nib tip, which I don't know how well that's going to work out, and I wish my camera would focus. I don't know how well that's going to work out overall, but I guess we'll find out. we'll see how these colors go. So you have a yellow, a light pink, a magenta pink, a red. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be an orange. A light green, a dark green, a light blue, a dark blue, and a black. So I will move these aside for a little bit. And I have brought my current sketchbook. It is quite a large one. I will go into details about it during my actual sketchbook tour, but it does take up the entire page. So I'm going to move everything down a little bit. Oops. As much as I can at least. And we can see how this turns out. So let's start with the highlighters. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not really used to drawing while I'm filming. So I'm gonna do a line and then like a box so we can see how it fills in. And then I probably don't have to write the color name next to it, but I'm going to for my own personal reference. I personally like highlighters even if they're like sort of cheap looking because they're a really quick and easy way to fill in sketchbook like blank areas in sketchbooks. That yellow really does not show up on, like, I don't know if it's this lighting or if it's just like the yellow is not a bright enough yellow. It's hard to tell. Then we have the blue. The nibs feel a little bit stiff. Sometimes you get highlighters that aren't so stiff, which reminds me I'm going to grab the highlighters that I bought that are the mini highlighters as well. But these nibs do feel a little bit stiff and kind of dry. They are Walgreens, I believe a Walgreens brand, so I shouldn't be really too surprised. But this green actually feels rather nice. It doesn't feel like I'm forcing it. So I like the green. The green is good. I like the pink and the blue. The yellow and the orange I'm a little bit hesitant about, though I do like the orange, the vibrancy of that orange and how neon it is. So we have the miniature Wexford highlighters. So I'm going to put that next to this. And you can already see that it's a similar color, but this one's, I guess, more of like a lighter neon orange. And this tip does feel a lot easier to work with than the other orange. And let's put Wexford on this. It does have a bit of a thicker nib than the other ones. Let me grab the orange to compare. So this does have a little bit of a thicker nib, but these are these are like fancy-ish highlighters, and this is, you know, just a miniature one. Though I will say I am a little bit disappointed in the in these because I think they went for aesthetic over actual use, and like I know this is a thicker highlighter, but I feel like if you have a fancy-looking highlighter, you should have a better looking, a better feeling nib for that. I like the vibrancy of this blue as well. This is the Meta Weave blue seems a little bit more pale and dark, desaturated. It does, this blue does sort of pill the paper a little bit better, or a little bit more. That's actually not better at all. So like this will wear down your paper if you go over it too many times, but I think I like the color better. And let's see if we can go color order for the Me to We markers. It'd be nice just to have like more markers to color in some blank areas with. So that is the the red. And this one actually does feel rather nice. I'm gonna just write the brand here. This nib feels surprisingly nice for how small it is. I wasn't expecting it to feel that flexible. I thought it was gonna be kind of like a rose art type of rough and stiff nib. And this is an orange. Perhaps it could be a pink. It's really hard to tell. I'm gonna put a question mark there. Is that an orange? It's also, I have a very yellow lighting in here, and I unfortunately can't get it any brighter, but that looks like a kind of a reddish orange. And we'll compare it to the pink, which is a nice pastel pink. But these markers actually feel a lot better than the highlighters did, which I'm surprised about because these don't seem to pill as much. And they feel surprisingly flexible and thick for their tip, which I suppose it's your sort of prerogative whether you like a thicker tip. I'm not super fond of them, but for what I'm using them for, which is going to be filling them in, I think it's going to be very good for that. And I can actually see this yellow on the paper as opposed to the highlighter one, which is maybe a little bit too neon for me to deal with. Let me see if I can organize these in a slightly better manner. I am not an organized art person, as you might see by now. I actually hope that I'm not getting my my face in the camera. That would be obnoxious. I really like this light green because I feel like it's got a pastel look to it that's very planty and earthy without being like a highlighter green. So that's very nice. These kind of feel kind of like felt tip markers, if that makes any sense. They don't seem to bleed as much as felt tip markers do, but I guess I'll see on the other side just to be sure. But they do feel rather nice, and they do feel like they could fill up a page if I were to scribble it rather cleanly. Ooh, that's a really pretty light blue. I don't think I've seen a light blue of that color in a long time. Most light blues end up like that highlighter blue. So it's very nice to see this like cloudy light blue. I think I might be using that more often. And this is the regular blue, which honestly looks more like a periwinkle. So I'm not sure how to feel about that because I kind of wish it was an actual blue as opposed to like a slightly purplish blue. And apologies for my handwriting getting progressively worse. I don't know where to put this last one. I guess I'll put this at the top. So I think this is supposed to be a black. Yep, that's a black. And I'll put the box here. Probably could have used this to write the markers and we to me, but there we go. But yeah, overall, I think the markers were a better buy than the highlighters were. The highlighters were a little bit stiff and unwieldy to work with, despite the fact that they look nice, but that's the only thing. They only look nice. The markers, I think, were definitely worth the buy. I think they were maybe like $5-ish for a set of 10. And they look pretty. They feel a little bit cheap in your hand, but for something that's not supposed to really be something that you use on a daily basis, I think they're fine. And I love the mini highlighters. And flipping it over, ignoring the Taito on there, yeah, no, these don't bleed through at all. I suppose I can kind of see something here from the Wexford highlighter, where I said it was pilling a lot, and if you put it over the same spot too many times, it's not going to end up well. But overall, I think this is a pretty cool set, and I'm honestly going to enjoy this haul. And I am going to take these and put them in my new pencil case. So yeah, as per usual, I'm going to do this while I do my outro, but as per usual, if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to discuss, you are free to contact me on any of my social media, or you can put that down in the comments below. Well, I would normally say I'd tell you where I got all these art supplies, but I just got them at Walgreens. I don't know if Me2We has a website, but yeah, I got all the supplies at Walgreens, and I don't actually know the total cost of everything because it was also bought along with some other things that I needed to buy. But I believe the pencil cases were about $10 each or something, and then the highlighters were like $4 and the marker was $5, and these were like 20 cents each, and these were like 20 cents each. So yeah, hard to tell, but I do note that these markers were about $5 for their set of 10, so I think it's, at the very least, the markers are worth it if you want some sort of cheap additive for your art supplies. They're a nice, it's a nice set of colors. Alright, thank you very much for your support. Bye!